Still rolling. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Miami Home Show with your host, Dailan Rubido. On today's show, we will answer the following questions: how and why the forbearance program changed the housing market? Will there be a wave of foreclosures coming to the market? And is the shifting market a challenge or an opportunity for buyers and sellers? So we're going to have a lot of information to cover today. So I hope you can take notes. If you have any comments, if would like to know more, you can always reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to help you and answer any questions that you may have. The other thing I wanted to mention is if you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, whichever platform you're watching, please like the content if you like it. If you don't, let us know so we can we love the feedback always. Subscribe to the channel and share the information with anybody that you think might take advantage of this. So let's jump right in. How and why the forbearance program changed the housing market? Well, when the pandemic hit in 2020, many experts thought the housing market would crash. Right? We thought the same thing. And they fear that job loss and economic uncertainty will lead to a wave of foreclosures similar to when the housing bubble burst over a decade ago. Thankfully, the forbearance program changed that. It provided much needed relief for home buyers or homeowners so a foreclosure crisis wouldn't happen again. And here's why forbearance worked. Forbearance enabled nearly 5 million homeowners to get back on their feet in a time when having the security and the protection of a home was more important than ever. Now, those in need were able to work with their banks and lenders to stay in their homes rather than go into foreclosure. Now, interestingly, Marina Walsh, which is the vice president of industry analysis at the Mortgage Bankers Association, and also known as MBA, know what she commented, and I'll read the comment verbatim. It says she mentioned that most borrowers exiting forbearance are moving into either a loan modification, payment deferral, or a combination of the two workout options. Before we continue, let's pull up the first graph real quick, please. Now, as the graph shows, with modifications, deferral, and workout options in place, 4 of every 5 homeowners in forbearance are either paid in full or are exiting with a plan, and they're able to stay in their home. That's the important point here, that they were able to stay in their property. Now, what does this mean for the housing market? Well, since so many people can stay in their homes and work out an alternative option, there won't be a wave of foreclosures coming into the market. And while rising slightly since the foreclosure moratorium was lifted this year, foreclosures today are still nowhere near the level seen in the housing crisis. And I hope that graph that you see there can help you understand this a little bit more. Thank you. Now, forbearance wasn't the only game changer either. You have lending standards have improved significantly since the housing bubble burst. And that's one of the more things keeping foreclosures filing low. Now, today's borrowers are much more qualified to pay their home loans as well. And while the majority of homeowners are exiting the forbearance program with a plan, for those who still need to make a change due to financial hardship or other challenges, today's record level of equity is giving them the opportunity to sell their houses and avoid foreclosure altogether. Now, homeowners have options that they just didn't have in the housing crisis back when in 2008, when so many people owe more on their mortgage than their homes were worth. Remember that? But thanks to their equity and the current undersupply of homes on the market today, homeowners can sell their houses, make a move, and not have to go through the foreclosure process that led to the housing market crash in 2008. Now, Thomas La Silva, which is a chief economist with Moody's Analytics, she said the same thing. She said that there are some excess savings out there, over $2 trillion worth, she says, And there are people that have ownership of those homes right now that even in a downturn, they still likely be able to pay that mortgage and won't have to hand over keys. And there won't be a lot of those distressed sales that happened in 2008 crisis. Now that's an interesting comment from her, right? Now that doesn't mean that we're not gonna see foreclosure. Every year there's foreclosure. That's inevitable, right? There's people that they just can't pay their mortgage for whatever reason, right? But that wave that many people are expecting, or what this forbearance program provided, was a completely game changer, and that's exactly it. The forbearance program was a game changer for homeowners that were specifically in need, and it's one of the big reasons why we won't see a wave of foreclosures coming to the market, at least not anytime soon. We don't know what's going to happen next year. We don't know how this market actually is going to be holding for the following year, but definitely, the real estate market could fluctuate, and we might see a little bit of more changes coming up for the following year. Right now, based on this forbearance program and the help that many homeowners receive, we don't foresee a wave of foreclosures coming to the market, or at least similar to what happened in 2008. But let's talk a little bit now about, is the shifting market a challenge or an opportunity for homeowners? Because that's what we're facing right now. We're in the middle of a market shift. So think about it. If you're a buyer or seller, if you try to buy a home during the pandemic, the limited supply of homes for sale was a considerable challenge. It created intense bidding wars, which drove home prices up as buyers competed with one another to be the winning offer. But what was once your greatest challenge may now be your greatest opportunity. And today, data shows that buyer demand is moderating in the wake of higher mortgage rates. And I'm going to give you today a few reasons why this shift in the housing market is good news for your home buying plans. And we're going to divide it in two ways: the challenge and the opportunity. So the challenge, what's the challenge? Well, the challenge, there were many reasons for the limited number of homes on the market during the pandemic, including a history of underbuilding new homes since the market crashed in 2008. And the following graph, you will see housing supply is well below what the market has seen for most of the past 10 years. Now look at that graph real quick, because that graph also shows that a trend back up in the right direction this year, 2022. And that's because moderating demand, it's slowing the pace of home sales, and that's one of the reasons housing supply is finally able to grow. Now, for you, that means that you have more options to choose from. So it shouldn't be as difficult to find your next home as it has been recently. And having more options may also lead to less intense bidding wars, right? And data, when I was doing my research, data from the Realtors Confidence Index from the National Association of Realtors, NAR, it shows that this trend has already begun, right? We might be in the middle of it. In the recent reports, bidding wars are easing month over month. And if you're a real estate agent and you're watching this, you might understand this. You might have seen this and experienced this already. The bidding war has gone down. Now, if you've been outbid before, buyer, seller, or rather buyer, before you have struggled to find a home that meets your needs, breathe a welcome sigh of relief. The big takeaway here is that you have more options and less competition today. Just remember, while easing, data shows multiple offers, scenarios are still happening, and they're just not as intense as they were over the past year or two. Now, you should still lean on a real estate agent to guide you and help you through the process and help you make your strongest offer up front. And this is very important, that you connect with a real estate agent that can really guide you through this process, right? There's still a lot of moving parts that you need to understand, but understand this: there's a lot of opportunities in today's market, regardless of the interest rate, regardless what sellers are asking for. Okay, there's a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage of. The bottom line is this: if you're still looking to make a move, it may be time to pick up your home today and as soon as you can. So that's why we highly encourage you to connect with us and let's kick off the home buying process today. We have a whole team ready to help you. We have lenders, we have attorneys, we have anything that you need to be able to inform yourself and have the information on the palm of your hand so that you can make the best decision for you and your family. We're in the middle of a shifting market, and that shifting market, again, it presents a challenge, but it's also an opportunity. Sometimes challenges can be an opportunity. So give us a call today. Our phone number is 305-508-9893. We're here for you. Just want to give you a quick reminder that we're live every single Tuesday at 4:30 with information, real estate related information and content that can help you in the home buying process or the home selling process. If you're looking to buy a home and you want to know a little bit more, we do have a guide that can help you understand this process. Now, this guide, you can download it completely free if you go to brokernation.net/resources. That's brokernation.net/resources. You can get the things to consider as a buyer, also things to consider as a seller if you're planning on selling your property. So you have two guides. You have the things to consider as when you're buying a home. Again, it's very easy to read. It has pictures, it has graphs, everything that we're showing you on the Miami Home Show. You're gonna see it there, so you can make a wise decision. If you're a seller, you're also gonna see that things to consider when selling your home. It's a guide, simple to read, information, graph. How much money can you make in today's market? Regardless, the same way there's opportunities for buyers, there's plenty of opportunity for sellers. If you're a real estate agent, you like what you're seeing, you want to learn more. How can I grow my business? A Broker Nation Real Estate, we encourage you guys to educate yourself, like train yourself, train your mind so that you can grow as a real estate agent. And for that, we have come up with the ultimate guide to becoming a top producing agent, which is this book right here. And you will also see it on the screen. Now, you can get it completely free. Again, if you're a real estate agent, go to brokernation.net/resources and you'll be able to download it and start reading it today. So thank you so much for watching. My name is Dylan Rubido. I'm your host for the Miami Home Show. We're live every single Tuesday at 4:30 with wanted to show you how to make real estate simple. So stay tuned and I'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you for watching.